everyone! Welcome to my channel and welcome to my first video. Today I'll be setting up my 2021 bullet journal in this Notebook Therapy Moonflower notebook. I know this video is going up pretty late, but I actually did my setup pretty late, so I thought I'd still post it. For this setup, I decided to use the Pantone Colors of the Year Illuminating and Ultimate Gray. I'm tearing some yellow and gray paper and using those on my headers. And since I'm too scared to letter my own name, I have this sticker from Sunshine Sticker Co.'s Advent Calendar from 2019, and I'll be using that instead of lettering my own name. I'm just sticking the paper with my Kokuyo double-sided tape roller and putting the name sticker on top. And that's it for my cover page. For this next page, I don't really like this awkward first page because it doesn't lay flat, so I'm just taping them together so it doesn't get in the way. For my cover page, I'm using bigger pieces of yellow and gray paper. I'm taking some tracing paper and lettering in 2021 with my Tombow dual brush pen. I actually got this idea from Kat's Planner here on YouTube. She did something similar for her 2021 setup, so I'll link her video down below. I just cut that out and cleaned up the lettering. Before sticking everything in, I decided to put some washi to act as a sort of background, peeking through the yellow and gray paper. Once I was happy with that, I just stuck it all in. And when I was about to stick the tracing paper, I realized my double-sided tape roller has a blue tint to it, so it might show through, so I decided to use glue stick for the tracing paper. I'm just finishing off this page with some washi tape in the corners just to fill up some white space, but I still wanted to keep it minimal. Next page is my index. This time I wanted the title to be in the corner, so I'm just cutting out the excess yellow paper. And again, taking my tracing paper, I lettered in index, and as I was about to cut it, I realized I didn't like the way I wrote it, so it took me a couple of tries to get this one right, as you can see. But when I finally got one that I really liked, I just stuck that in, and now I'm making the border. When I make rounded edges, I like to leave one dot grid space so that I have that extra space to round the corners. Now I'm using my Zebra mild liner as well as a Tombow dual brush pen to highlight in the titles, and I'm just writing in page and title, and that's it for my index. The next spread is my future log, where I'll be writing any future events that happen for the months I haven't set up yet, because I do set up the months as they come. For this spread, I decided to do a Dutch door, and it's the first time I'm doing a Dutch door. I cut out the top part of the right page so that I wouldn't have to do the title for both pages. These calendar stickers are from Sunshine Sticker Co., but before sticking those in, I decided to put in some yellow and gray paper to act as a background for the calendar stickers. The yellow paper I'm using is actually Post-it notes. I'm doing the same for the second 6 months of the year, and these calendar stickers are actually perfect because they're not super clear, they're actually quite translucent, so they match the tracing paper that I've been using. At the bottom of my future log, I put in some washi, and I decided I needed a space to write in any events for next year, for 2022, since especially towards the end of the year, I find that I need to write down some events for the next year. So I set aside that space and just put in 2022 and added some washi, and that's it for my future log. This next spread is my grid spacing guide, which I will use to help me divide the pages for my future spreads. I number the dot grid spaces horizontally and vertically, and I am marking the divisions that I most commonly use. So the black division is for the halves, and now I am doing the quarters using my yellow mild liner. I'm doing this both for the horizontal and the vertical. I am noting how many dot grid spaces there are per quarter. I am using my gray mild liner to mark in the thirds. I am doing my header just like I did with the previous ones, sticking together some yellow and gray paper. And by the way, I am using the Tombow Fudenosuke for my lettering for my headers. For this one, I wanted to do a black banner for the word spacing and wrote that out with my white Uniball Signo gel pen. The next spread is my 2021 themes. So here I'll be making little doodles to represent what ends up being my themes for each month. So I'm making 12 boxes for each month. I am just making a header with my Tombow Dual Brush pens, and I'm using this stamp set, which is a collaboration between Studio L2E and Sunshine Stick & Co., and I'm just stamping in the months. Before finishing up this spread, I took a piece of washi tape and made a little border for this page so that I can easily reference to my future log and grid spacing guide, which should be two of my most used spreads. This next spread is my monthly tasks spread. So here I'll be putting the tasks I need to do monthly, such as paying specific bills or paying rent. I'm just putting the initials of each of the months, and underneath I'm gonna be putting boxes where I'll be writing which day of the month I end up doing the task. At the bottom, I am making an investment tracker. So I have this investment I am paying off every month. So I just made this column with January at the bottom so I can color it in every month that I've paid. And on the left side, I'm just putting some notes. The next spread on the right is my money tracker. So I'm just making a large line graph, and every month I will just be putting in the balances that I need to. I am using my mild liners to color coordinate the two categories that I need to track. This next spread is my health tracker. So there are two parts to this spread: the doctor list and the doctor visits. So on the doctor list, I'll just be putting the names and contact information of the regular doctors that I see so that I have all the information in one place. And at the bottom, I'm just going to list out any visits to the doctor that I make this year, just so I have the information on hand. So I'll be putting which doctor I visited and the reason why, and any medication that I'm prescribed. This next spread is my skincare inventory. So I'm a bit of a skincare junkie and I accumulate a lot of skincare. So having this in my bullet journal helps me not to overspend on products, which I still have. So I'm starting off with my key, which I put in the kinds of products. I am using the zebra mild liners to color coordinate. And now I have my columns, which are kind, and then the brand, the product, the date purchased, the date it expires, the day I opened it, and how many months it's good for once it's opened, and any notes. And I need 2 pages for this, so I am doing the same on the back. This next spread on the right is my 2021 Disney stickers. So I actually collect stickers from Hong Kong Disneyland. So this is where I will be placing any of those I collect this year. Last year I actually made this a double spread, but then the park was closed most of the year, so I decided to just do one spread for now and just add another one in when I need to. I fixed up the spread on the left before finishing this. And if you see, my mild liner kind of smudged there in the corner, so I am using my white gel pen to just clean that up. So I love this notebook for having white pages so that I can do that. This next spread is something work related for me, so it might not be useful for other people out there, but you can make your own sort of tracker, anything work related. So I just put in the header and I'll be filling this in later on. This next spread on the right is my things to check out spread, and I made this banner with my black pen and put a little drop shadow with my micron pen, so there you can have a closer look at how the drop shadow looks. And I use my white gel pen to write in the words check out. I just thought it's a nice pop, and I put that in the middle of the page, and I have 4 boxes around it. So these boxes are going to be for movies, TV shows, restaurants, and shops that people recommend to me or that I find on the internet that I want to try out. I'm just using the yellow and gray paper as the headers for these boxes and lettering in the titles. This next spread is my favorite shops and waiting on spreads, so it's double spread. Last year I had this both on just one page, but I found that I needed more space, so on the left is the list of my favorite shops that I buy from, and on the right is going to be my waiting on spread, which is where I'm going to put any packages that I am expecting. The columns on my favorite shop spread are the name of the shop, the website, or if it's on Etsy, and any PR or coupon codes and notes. And on the waiting on side, I have the date I ordered, the shop, the items I ordered, when it was shipped, and when I received it, as well as some notes. This is just to track how long packages take from certain shops to arrive to me. I am just filling in the headers with my Tombow dual brush pens to add a pop of color. This next spread is my Instagram growth spread. Before uploading this video, I was only active on Instagram, which is why I didn't make a YouTube growth spread. I wasn't expecting on filming and uploading this video to YouTube, but for this spread, I made these Polaroids hanging from some string. I just freehanded the Polaroids so they're not all the same size, and The first one, I'm going to write in how many followers I start with, and then on each Polaroid I add in increments of 50, and I'll be coloring that in every time I reach that milestone. On the right is my content ideas spread, so here I'll be writing any ideas that I come up with so that I don't forget them. Here I actually had to Google some pictures to reference so I can draw some film edit and upload icons, and I just wrote in the word idea, and I'm just coloring that in with my Tombow dual brush pens. This last spread or spreads are my 2021 memories and highlights spread. So I first saw this idea from Amanda Rach Lee, and I'll link her channel down below. So I got an HP sprocket for Christmas, so each month at the end of the month I will be printing my favorite memory from that month and sticking it on here. For this first spread, I only have the first 6 months of the year, and I tried tracing some of the HP sprocket paper, but I am not very good at tracing, so I had to use a ruler, and I just used my white gel pen again to clean that up. And I wanted these boxes to look like Polaroids, so I made another outline to make it look like the white border that you see on Polaroids. And on that space at the bottom, I will be writing what the event was or what the photo was about. I am lettering in the months of the year with my Pentel Food brush sign pens in gray and yellow. And I didn't worry too much about making it pretty because they will be covered by the photos anyway. At the back, I made the same spread, but I entitled it 2021 Highlights just so that it's different from the first page. And I'm just doing the same thing, making my faux Polaroids. I don't expect to use this journal for the whole year. I don't think I will have enough space, but I still wanted to have all my highlights in one place. That is it for my 2021 bullet journal setup. Here's a little flip through of all of the spreads that I made. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and like this video and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye!